Let's talk about Mythic Quest. This is a great idea for a show. It's a show about video game developers. It's sort of as if The Office, a show like The Office, was about people that made video games. Is that a fair description?
Yeah, that's the idea. We wanted to make sure that, first of all, we just love the world of video games.
Yeah.
It's a global community. And so we wanted to set something there, but at the same time, we also felt like we wanted it to be accessible to the general audience. So one of the greatest compliments we've been getting over the last couple of weeks since it's been out is that people who don't play video games at all are still enjoying it because they're seeing something that they recognize.
Right. I felt that way about Silicon Valley. I didn't know much about their world, but I thought the show was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. You know, we're getting a lot of comparisons to Silicon Valley recently, and it's starting to drive me crazy. And so
that's why I brought it up.
So, okay, I
idea.
personally don't believe that it's that much like Silicon Valley,
Right.
however, because it takes place in tech. And I'm also very good friends with Alec Berg, who ran that show,
Yep.
with Mike Judge. And over the last week or so, I'm going home every day, and people are like, "Hey, this show reminds me of Silicon Valley meets The Office," and I'm like, getting so upset. I'm like, Caitlin, this is nothing. The show's not anything like those things. And she's like, "Right. Don't you like those shows?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've seen every episode of both of them." She's like, "Right, aren't they like beloved and acclaimed?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "So what are you bitching about?"
Yeah.
I'm like, and by the way, if you've seen every episode, then maybe, just maybe, unconsciously, maybe you are stealing from them.
I
Could be right.
Here's what I would say: the people love it. People absolutely love it. I said the response has been absolutely.
Silicon Valley. Me too.
You need to get a lot of help. Mythic Quest.
No,
Mythic
of
Quest
course.
is great. I love you can tell a lot about your character from this poster from the show. Man, you look like I'm just looking at that character and I'm saying self-involved ass.
Well, I was concerned that I didn't look like a big enough asshole.
Nope, you're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. We have.
What more do you want?
Yeah. we have a clip from the show, and I believe this is where we're seeing some of your management style. And this is you working with the group that's helping you develop the game. Is that a fair description?
Let's find out together.
Wow. How erotic. Let's take a look.
Maybe this breach is a golden opportunity for us. It's a classic story between good and evil. This could be the biggest event in the history of Mythic Quest.
This could be the end of Mythic Quest.
David's right. This could be the end of Mythic Quest. This is a huge deal.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. You just said it wasn't a big deal.
Yes.
Now you're saying it's a huge deal?
Yes.
Am I crazy? You just argued the exact opposite point like 30 seconds ago.
Poppy, that's what being a leader is. You have to be able to go 1,000 miles in one direction, then, on a moment's notice, turn on a dime, come back the opposite direction. And then everybody else must adapt.
No. That is completely right. Or wrong.
You see, we're on the same page, or we're not.
That's how I run things here. It works. Beautiful system.
Thank you.
The full season of Mythic Quest, Raven's Banquet, is streaming now on Apple TV+. And also, am I correct? There is a video game that matches up with the show.
Well, we have a number of different video games that we're developing.
That's such a cool idea. It feels to me like that's the next step, a show that has sort of a comparative video game that goes with it. Seems like doesn't that seem like where we're going?
We're building an empire.
Yeah. Wow. You do seem... The giggle afterwards ruined it.
Yeah, I said that.
We're building an empire. Now I know you're not.
No,